Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Tanner here and welcome back to another video here on the channel. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at the top 5 Lloyd minifigures of all time. Of course, like the other videos in this series, this will just be a brief overview look through the entirety of Lloyd's minifigure lineup, and I'll just be pointing out some of my specific favorites. Of course, everything I say in this video is naturally my own opinion, and it does not have to be your opinion, and it most likely will not be your opinion. But that's all okay. I hope you enjoy the video nonetheless, and without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Coming in the number 5 spot, we actually have the Season 9 version of Lloyd. This version of Lloyd sort of replicates that dark feel that Season 9 had to it, and I feel like it does it in a really good way. The only complaint I have about this figure in general is the fact that the eyes are still green, which throughout the entirety of Season 9, Lloyd's eyes were black, as he did not have his elemental power anymore. But you could argue that this is supposed to replicate him at the end of the season where he actually did get his powers back, which, yeah, I guess I can see that. But this version of Lloyd uses a lot of the same elements that were carried over from his Season 8 counterpart, such as the shoulder pad, and the top of the mask is actually the same as well, only they replaced the bottom part of the mask with a black one to create sort of an alternative look. It's supposed to replicate, again, that sort of post-apocalyptic feel for the character, and I feel like that works awesome. All the Season 9 suits did a great job at replicating that exact same style. Moving in a little bit closer to look at actual torso printing here, you can see it does have some hints of light green in there as well, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but at least it's not throughout the entire suit. You can see the Woo Crew logo up there, and just overall you can see it's basically armored with a bunch of buckles and pouches and latches and things of that nature. It does have the dark green arms as well. We're going to go ahead and take off the mask and some of the armor, or the one bit of armor, which is actually a recolored skybound piece, except in gunmetal gray. We're going to go ahead and take some stuff off to get a better look at this figure here. The face is the exact same one used in the Ninjago movie. You have the serious expression here, and on the back you have sort of the laughing impression, and that also gives you a better look at the back printing, which just carries over that same vibe from the front with all of the pouches and buckles and whatnot. It's not, there we go. You can kind of see how that basically works there. Of course, the mask piece, as I said earlier, is the same one used in Season 8, which means it's the same one used in the movie. Of course, the colors are a little different, but it is the same two-part system where you put the bottom part on, sort of just set that right there, and then you bring in the top of the mask, which does have his elemental symbol on there. And there you got the completed look for Season 9 Lloyd, and I really like this figure a lot. It's probably my favorite version of Lloyd. It's not really my favorite version, but I definitely prefer this over the Season 8 version by far. Coming in the number 4 spot, we actually have the Season 10 or Ninjago Legacy version of Lloyd. This one is pretty cool as well. I really do like this quite a bit. Of course, like all the other Legacy Ninja, the mask is a dual molded piece, which is a brand new piece for 2019. This one's molded in just regular green and dark green. That also gives us a better look at his face, which of course is the exact same one from the Ninjago movie, with both of the exact same expressions going on there, so nothing new there. Putting the mask back on, though, the mask really doesn't obstruct the back printing that much. You can still kind of see it. There's just his elemental symbol with the dragon detailing going on back there. That dragon detail carries over to the front. For this video, I wanted to go ahead and include one of the Legacy Lloyds, but I didn't know if I wanted to include this version or the golden version. At the end of the day, I decided to go with this one just because I like this one more. I believe it's a lot better of a figure overall, in my opinion, and I do feel like the Legacy Lloyd figure here is one of the better Lloyds that we've gotten so far, as it does go ahead and combine many elements from other ninja suits that I enjoyed, while keeping the design relatively simple and not really too complex, which I do enjoy in ninja suits. Coming in the number 3 spot, we actually have the original Golden Lloyd. This one first came out in 2013, and when this came out, it was a very big deal. Everyone loved Golden Ninja Lloyd, and everybody wanted one. Luckily, it came in 2 different sets, so it wasn't that hard to get, and this version of Lloyd was also released years later in a LEGO Dimensions pack, I believe. So really cool design here for Lloyd. This is him basically unlocking his true potential towards the end of Season 2. There's going to be some people that say that wasn't his true potential, but yeah, it was. This is his true potential version. It's pretty similar to the other Ninja NRG versions as well, so not really too bad there. But overall, guys, yeah, this figure's really cool. I love Golden Lloyd. I think he's really cool. He's a lot better than the newer Legacy Golden Lloyd, in my opinion. That one really doesn't capture, you know, the same metallic feel that this one does. Taking off the mask, though, this is a ZX mask piece molded entirely in this bright pearl gold, and you'll see a lot of that going on throughout the figure as well. My only complaint with the figure, though, is that the face really doesn't look like Lloyd. I mean, that doesn't look like Lloyd at all, you know, in his current points. In the actual show, he didn't have the golden face. He had his same yellow face underneath still from the previous ninja suit. But for some reason, for the actual minifigure, they did not go that route. I have no idea why. But overall, this figure is really cool. We're going to go ahead and take off the golden shoulder pads as well, just so we can get a better look at the back printing overall for this figure. Because the back printing's cool. It's the same kimono style version, but it does have Lloyd's new dragon symbol. You know, but it's just all gold. Like, this entire figure is shiny. It's golden, it's amazing, it's wonderful, I like it. You can see some spots where the gold is different, like the legs are obviously a different shade than the rest of the body. The same part that they used on the legs are actually the same pieces used for the same color that they used for the hands. Also the arms look to be a different color than some of the rest of it. So it's a little inconsistent, but I still think it's really cool overall. The kimono design for it is really cool. I wish the little straps on the legs were a different color. I wish those were green as well to kind of just match the rest of it, but you really can't complain. This figure is more or less perfect for a Golden Ninja Lloyd. I think this is awesome. The Golden Ninja saga for Lloyd was one of the better parts of his story, and this figure is really cool. And if you're a Ninjago fan, I assume you would already have this, and if not, you should probably get this one, because this is definitely a good one to have for any Ninjago fan's collection, as it does mark a very important part for the main character's story. Speaking of that same story, here we have my number 2 pick, the Elemental Robe version of Lloyd. This figure is very rare. This figure only came out in one little book, and it wasn't actually a set, it was a book. This figure came out in one of the character encyclopedias from way back in the day. I don't remember which one it was probably the first one, because I don't think they included any other ones before it. But this was the exclusive figure that came in this one, and my gosh, this figure is amazing. Out of all the Kimono Ninja, this one is by far my favorite. Lloyd looks awesome in this version. He looks great. The black and the green and the gold all work really well with each other. Kind of makes you wonder what they were doing with the ZX version, as that version has gray armor and not gold for some reason, which I really never understood. I don't think it looks bad, but I think this looks a lot better. Of course, the headpiece for Lloyd is that original Lloyd headpiece. It's been a while since we've seen that one. They changed it over in Season 3, I believe. So, yeah, Season 3 they changed it. And that one really didn't look like Lloyd. This was the only headpiece until the Ninjago movie in which it was actually accurate to the character. And that is a dual-sided face as well. It comes with, you know, the regular smiley face and then the sort of scared, worried face that we usually get for Lloyd. So really well done there. Of course, we will be removing the gold shoulder pads right now, so we can get a better look at the printing overall. I think this figure looks really cool in terms of print. I like the back. It has his snake symbol. I never really cared for that symbol, and I'm glad they changed it over permanently. But for the meantime, you know, for the time being, I don't feel like it was that bad. It felt like, you know, it was relatively appropriate for Lloyd's character, considering his history within the Ninjago show. And yeah, guys, this figure is just overall really, really cool. I like it quite a bit. This is definitely a special figure to me because it was only included in one set, and that set I went really out of my way to get. So I'm really proud that I own this figure. And I don't know how much this one is worth, but I imagine it's quite rare in the Ninjago, you know, spectrum, as this figure only came out in one set, and it was kind of hard to get. So I definitely recommend trying to pick this one up if you haven't already. And this was Kimono Lloyd. As a quick honorable mention, here we have the Ninjago movie version of Lloyd. This version of Lloyd is very iconic now, as the movie basically, you know, summarized around, you know, basically focused on this character in this suit. So it's quite iconic, and I do really like it. It's quite simple. I like it, and yeah, I just felt like it was needed for some sort of mention in this video, and why not give it an honorable mention? And my number 1 favorite version of Lloyd is Lloyd ZX. This was the very first suit that Lloyd got when he pretty much became the Green Ninja. This was his very first Green Ninja suit, and this figure is very special to me because I went out of my way to get this as a child. This is the only thing that I wanted. This one came in a few sets back in the day. It came in the Epic Dragon Battle set, as well as its own small spinner set, and, you know, as a 12-year-old child, I really can't afford this big $120 set, so I opted to go for the $10 version, but this figure was crazy rare. You know, it's not really the fact that it was rare, it's that everyone wanted it, and they sold out really easy, because back in the day, the Green Ninja, man, it was nothing like what Ninjago is today. Back in the day, that was just insane. Everyone wanted to know who the Green Ninja was, and when he was finally revealed in this form, everyone wanted him. And, you know, this figure is really special to me for that reason, and, you know, I ended up getting it. This is still my original 2012 version that I got in that one spinner set, and it's very special. I like this figure a lot. Design-wise, it's perfect. I mean, this figure is exactly what you'd expect for Lloyd's first ninja suit. The face is the exact same Lloyd face that we've received throughout everything, the scared face and the, you know, the normal face. And by everything, I mean until Golden Ninja Lloyd. Shoulder pads are a little weird in my opinion. I mean, you know, they're a different color from the mask. This is a ZX mask with a silver crest. These shoulder pads are in gunmetal gray and not silver, so they really don't line up in that front. But just looking at the suit, it's great. It's simple. It's not too bad. It's awesome. I love it. Don't really care for the snake symbol though, and that's something that I never really cared for on Lloyd. But overall, guys, this figure is very special to me, and when I was basically collecting the figures that I wanted to go ahead and put in this video, there was no question in my mind that this would not be #1. This one had to be, just because of the history I have with this figure and just my overall love for the character of Lloyd. This figure is one of my most special figures that I have in my collection at this point in time. It really means a lot to me, and it definitely means a lot for the actual Ninjago show itself. I mean, just look at it. I mean, how can you not like this thing? So thanks a lot for watching, guys. That'll just about do it for this video here. If you enjoyed the video, as always, don't forget to give the video a huge thumbs up rating. And of course, remember to hit the subscribe button if you've not done so already. Once again, guys, the comment section is there for the various discussions that you would like to have regarding this topic, or if you just had a comment of a general nature, that's fine as well. Thank you so very much for watching once again, guys. My name is TannerFishies, and with that, I bid you farewell.